Before we get to the review, hey guys, we're going to do a little giveaway. We're going to give away a few copies of this game. So comment below, what is your favorite thing about The Expanse? I mean, we want you to just gush about The Expanse. What do you like about it? What's your favorite part about it? What is it about The Expanse that resonates with you? Comment below and we're going to pick our favorite one. We'll reach out to you and we'll give you a free game code to get yourself a copy of The Expanse, a Telltale series. So comment below right now.
What up? What up, everybody? It's the Normies and Sonny from Cat and Sonny. We got a guest today. We're back with The Expanse, Episode 2. We're continuing the adventure. Remember, if you want to play along with us, this is available on PC on the Epic Store, available on Xbox One, X, and S, PS4, and PS5. Lots of ways to enjoy this game.
My main complaint is I have to wait 2 weeks in between these games. I need them daily. Like, I'm just on the computer more often now, being like, any minute now, Telltale's gonna give me just a little bit more.
Yeah. That's what's so good about Telltale games is they found that sweet spot of video games and TV shows, and they're kind of doing it this way. But before we get into it, hey, Sonny, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who are you? And tell us about your major decisions in Episode 1 and how that went for you.
Who am I? Yeah, right. I am Sonny from Cat and Sonny. I do reactions, or we do reactions, just like the Normies. We also met up in LA at the Telltale Expanse event. That was a lot of fun. I am really loving this game so far. I made some different decisions when I played this time around than what I did the first time around. The big one in the end being I spared Cox. I found the laser cutter thing as well, which I didn't find the first time around. So I was happy about that.
Did you cut the leg or save the leg?
Oh, yeah. I saved the leg.
Okay. So let's get into Episode 2. So picks up right where we left off, whether you space Cox or not. We're on the run from Europa's Bane. They're chasing us down. Khan's shot in the arm. People are freaking out. And then we get to this decision of like hiding in this asteroid debris field. And then the episode kind of picks up from there. We need to go look for like these nuclear things and also fuel pellets. And also be kind of on the lookout for Europa's Bane looking for us. How did you guys think about like the opening sequence?
I chose to trust Maya. Like I was surprised when we got back into it that they had been trying to get away from Europa's Bane for a hot minute. Like they've been burning hard. I thought it was a great start to Episode 2 because you got that really, really intense expanse space flying feel where it's like anything could go wrong at any minute.
I thought it was awesome. Yeah, I've been rolling off the pretense that I was going to trust Maya. Plus, I trusted Khan to fly it in there. My main concern was that Khan is our oldest person on the ship and also a pilot, and also recently shot. So I was like, in my head, I'm doing triage. I'm like, pilot is #1 person that needs to come out of this alive, really.
I was really taken aback when they were pulling out a prosthetic for Khan. I was like, oh, that's right. It's space. Like, they can't just, like, heal that wound. It's
unless they have gravity on, and if they're running, then they don't, and that blood's just going to pool and get gross and get awful.
That was really cool. And then just hiding behind the little rock. I didn't expect that because like that was a really good game plan, so that was really dope. And I do really think Drummer would come up with something like that.
Very fearful, honestly. Felt like I was like in deep space, and that's somewhere I never want to be in now. I'm scared of the pirates, honestly. The whole gameplay made me scared of the pirates. But I also want to talk about the prosthetics. I just want to say, I'm glad I saved the leg last episode because we have gas now. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, but like there were so many other supplies in that cargo.
No, we're going to Ganymede now. We're fine.
It was cool, like as when you're finally able to control the character, I felt like the environment here to explore was like much bigger.
Yeah.
Much more intricate. Like the first debris field was like a bit not too linear, like you could still do whatever you wanted. But there was like a directional path, whereas this one, there were like ships in every kind of orientation. Arlen's medication, let's just go to that.
Before we do have a question about moving around, and this goes for everybody, including Sonny. Did you guys find yourself reading the walls, like when it says like med deck this way? Cabin,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Right, because at first I was disorientated because it's space. And I was like, damn, how am I going to move around these environments? And then like you see it written and like, oh, okay. And then you start getting a feel for the layout of the ship. And you're like, all right, well, I know that the bridge is up that way, med deck's behind me, crew's behind me. Like you start to get an idea for where things are laid out at.
Start with Sonny again. Did you find the medication?
No.
Oh.
I tried so hard looking for that, and I was furious about it for like the rest of the episodes. It was because I was really thorough, and I love that you were able to, as you guys said, like this area that you were exploring this time around. You could go to a Belter ship, you could go to an MCRN ship, you could go to a UNN ship. So you could see like the different layouts. And I checked the med bay in all 3 ships and everywhere else. It was like, where would you put that medicine? And I couldn't find it.
I did not find it.
Pat, did you? I did. I also did not find it.
I did not find it either. I looked everywhere. I went to all the med bays like Chris. I did not go to the crew quarters. I should have done that. But it sucks because I think like he's definitely that's going to bite us in the butt.
Just like Chris, I thought like I'd find it on the way, but I didn't. But I found mushroom powder. That was cool.
None of us found the medication, and it must have been insanely hard to find because at the end stats, like most people didn't find it. It was like it was either like 65% or like 85%. It was like a very high number of people did not find it, so it must have been like
really hidden,
insanely difficult to find. I thought I was thorough, man. I checked everywhere, like everywhere, cause he's having the shakes off of the pixie dust, which is that space zoot.
I don't want anxiety in space like that. That's so scary.
I mean, if you think about it, I feel like mushrooms grow really easy in space. Couldn't they just have magic mushrooms?
So we had another surgery to deal with. I know some people found the crystal, some people did not find the crystal, and turns out that was going to be a big old important component. How did Khan's surgery go for you? And
I thought that was a really a funny inclusion that you could check in on them.
Status report.
Fire the torpedoes! Give those sons of bitches a welcome!
She's a little woozy from anesthesia. I hope she passes out again. I'm gonna draw on her face.
Like it was both a bit nerve-wracking, but it was also really hilarious because of what was going on, and Khan just threatening to kill Maya, but Maya just being pretty cool about it. But overall, for me, it went pretty well because I did find the crystal.
With mine, I didn't find the crystal.
You're like, she died.
She did not die. She did not die. She survived. But it was a nightmare. For us, she was able to have the prosthetic and she was fine.
So
we still got the
It still ends up in the same.
Yeah.
Same. But like it just was a little bit more complicated.
Did it hit you with the Khan's gonna remember that?
Yes, Khan's gonna remember that, and also Maya's gonna remember that because man, I tell you what, man, they're pretty quick on giving, like when you read the question and then you have to answer it quickly. You only have like 10 seconds or whatever.
You gotta pick.
Bro, come on, let me read it. My reading comprehension is like 2nd grade level. Come on, I gotta.
You gotta be.
Some of them I was like pressured to pick on something and I picked the wrong one. I was so shitty.
Well, I mean that's what the game is. You know, life doesn't give you time to pick. Yeah, let's talk about the cigar.
Giving Khan the cigar, you get to sit down and talk with her, and she gives you a backstory about what happened to her husband and essentially how she ended up on the ship. I also love the idea that everyone has a story on the ship, because I think we said that the last time we were talking about this, because in the Expanse, like, and even on fucking actual cruise ships and cargo freighters out in the real world, like everyone's got a story about how they got there. But yeah, she told a story about her husband and about how they were getting raided by pirates, and she froze. I forgot what the code word was for her to shoot.
Artemis.
Artemis, because Artemis never misses. And she froze just for a second, and it got her husband killed. And she was like, next time I get the chance, I'm never going to freeze again. So I feel like that's leading up to, at some point in time, I'm going to be like Artemis, and she's going to be like, everyone's dead now. It was a really cool Khan backstory that gave a lot of interest into her character and kind of why she's such a gruff individual.
Let's talk about the mushrooms and Virgil. Did you find them? Everybody here found the mushroom powder?
I think we all found the mushroom, right?
Everybody found the mushrooms, and everybody gave the mushrooms?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, first I had a conversation with him, and then I gave it to him.
So along with the mushrooms, did everybody snoop into his room and hack his computer?
I did not actually.
You could do that?
Gotta explore.
Or maybe I did. I don't know.
I snuck in and I read through some stuff, but I didn't
You didn't hack the computer?
I didn't hack the computer. I just read like the regular. I read like the regular files on people. I didn't do the hacking.
Sonny, did you hack the computer?
Hell yeah, I did.
That's my guy.
So when do we find out about Virgil?
So you have to find this component that allows you to hack his computer.
Okay.
Right?
We found out that he was part of the UNN, and he was a medic there. He was stationed on Luna, and he actually deserted. So he is wanted by the UNN as well. So that was the sort of big picture. Like the backstory or the secret that he was keeping from everyone there.
I did it again.
I'm really glad to hear that.
because
It makes me excited that I killed Cox, because Cox was hyping it up like his backstory was something super bad. Boy, we out here in the belt. Everybody's wanted for something. Get outta
Exactly.
here.
Like, I mean, you can even tell from Virgil's demeanor. Like, he gives me like I'm hiding something vibes, but he doesn't give me like
I'm
want
a
it.
murderer or something.
Exactly. He doesn't give me those kinds of vibes. But yeah, so if you find out that computer information, it just kind of gives you a little bit more conversation when you actually confront him. What was it like for you guys since you didn't hack the computer?
We really weren't able to find out much.
Yeah.
He was very evasive.
He basically said that we all have secrets, not bigger
Yeah.
secrets than everybody else has on the ship.
Yeah. And that's what I expected from him. And so basically it opens up the conversation and it gives you that moment to like fully decide whether you want to trust Virgil or not. There's 3 options that says we'll see, or you lied to us, or we all have a story. And I chose that moment to be like, okay, you're cool.
Yeah.
And so like it just deepens the character relations. Okay, so the next thing, some of us killed Cox, some of us kept him. So there's a Scotch bottle that you can find on one of the MCRN ships.
Yep.
I killed him, so like it doesn't even give you an option to pick it up.
I found the bottle, the Scotch. I decided not to give him the Scotch because of something later that we'll get to.
Okay.
All right. Who else, did anybody else give him the Scotch?
Or I couldn't take it, at least. I could only talk to him about it. I could contact him. And then I got the option to give him his own scotch, the one that he was keeping in his quarters. Give him that later on when you went to talk to him. And like just like with the cigar and with the mushroom powder, like I started out, giving the cigar and giving the mushroom powder just to maybe get them to tell me some more. So I gave it to Virgil and Khan before I talked to them. But with Cox, I didn't. I tried to talk to him first and he just wouldn't say anything. He was just like, are you going to let me out? Nope. Okay, then I have nothing to say. And then I gave him the scotch and then like he just took a big gulp and I still got nothing out of him. Like I really didn't talk to him. And now I'm afraid that like I gave him a bottle that you can easily break and use as a weapon if someone opens that door. Yeah. So now I'm like, that was a stupid mistake.
That was
so I'm regretting that.
That was another stat I was surprised to see at the end, is how many people were still being generous to Cox.
Yeah, I was surprised too.
I think they're doing it because they expect him to do something for them later.
Yeah, and the game is gonna rip out your heart.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the brunt of this game. Let's talk about the laser sequence.
Bro, I forgot the lasers, man.
Okay.
Now make it harder next time, please.
We got some hardships with the laser sequence. Wait,
I don't even want to say, like, I'm not going to say how many times I died, or actually, like, at first I'm like, oh, okay, I was all happy, like, this has been a fun game, blah, blah, and slowly my frustration gets, like, madder and madder, redder, like, I'm getting redder, I'm seeing black at one point, you know what I mean? I'm like, I step away, pet the dog and everything, I come back, I still die a couple more times. And I'm like, the checkpoint is not even a real give us a better checkpoint, my dude. Like after I pass 2 lasers, give me a checkpoint. You start all over again. Like, so, like, what the hell? I'm done.
Collectively, it was like 2 rooms.
No. It was more than 2 rooms. It was more than 2 rooms. Okay, I died a lot. When you die once, like Rana says, they start you all the way to the back. It's just so
frustrating.
Once you finish the room, you're done. It should be like that.
Because it's not that long.
Bro, but I had finger cramps. I was cramping. And at one point, I was so frustrated. On the stream, I slammed the table really hard, man.
It was bad.
I understood that you couldn't let the lasers hit you, but I thought if you bumped the machine too, it would still be fine. In my brain, I was like, oh, I'm just going to be able to fucking waltz this shit. And then I was like, all right, let me slow down. And then after that, yeah, you kind of get locked in. I did not think it was that hard, y'all.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Sonny, how was your laser sequence?
It was fine. I didn't die once.
I don't believe you.
Controller or keyboard?
Real gamers.
Hold up.
Real gamers.
Controller or keyboard? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
does not
matter.
matter.
If it's keyboard,
It
it's
does
harder.
not matter.
Doesn't matter.
If it's keyboard, it's harder.
I'll give you it's slightly harder, but it's still on the timing.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy sequence.
My fingers were cramping. They were hurting. It's getting frustrating now.
At least my crew.
Ah!
After me.
Oh!
And I'll be forced to keep
Come on. Ah! No! I didn't miss that. Oh man. This game is pretty dope, bro.
GITGUD, bro.
Get good, baby.
Get good, baby.
Oh, okay.
All of those like mathematical details that were in the show are in the game. It really does feel like authentic canon Expanse content. Like it's not just by name. Especially like when the music kicks up and all those like iconic tracks and instruments start playing. Like it's awesome, man. I just like it really made me just want to turn on the show and just start binging that again. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Like even the quick time sequences where you have to shoot the two guys in the head and then just like float like where they
Love
are.
it.
Oh.
He's over here.
Oh, dude. Oh, this is cool. Oh shit. Oh God. Oh, somebody. Oh God, shit. Oh. Okay. Pay attention. One shot, one kill, bitch. This all boils up to fighting Europa's Bane. Before we get to that fight, we haven't seen Toussaint yet, but we got to talk shit a little bit back and forth. What was let's start with Sonny. What did you think about Toussaint so far?
I don't know. Like, she said that the two guys that you killed was like two of her best guys. Like, they're gonna have to do better. Pretty devious and all, but I wasn't too impressed with her, I gotta say.
I like the back and forth. I like that they knew each other, but it feels like they came there like this overwhelming force, and then you catch them over here, and you're like, oh, you guys are kind of chumps. And Drummer's like, well, I'm gonna outclass you in this scene, and I'm gonna absolutely smoke you boys. So yeah, when she's like, those are my best, I'm like, they're probably your best at sneaking up and cutting people's heads off, but not your best at not getting 0G wasted.
I thought she was sounding badass, but if those were her best two people, that was really funny. But like, she just sounds confident. That's really it. She sounds confident. So I kind of just want to put a face and a name.
Yeah, this was a good build up on episode 2. Okay, so we got the loot. We might have missed a few things here and there. We fought Europa's Bane. It
was awesome.
We shot their engine. They're flying away. We're back on the ship. We're safe. Let's get to the most important.
Yeah!
Let's get to the most important thing about this episode. Did you get it on with Maya?
Oh, hold on. Before we get onto Maya, did you listen to the song?
Oh, yes, I listened to the song.
Okay.
I'm a gentleman. If a pretty lady wants to play music for you before you know you're gonna make out with her, then yeah, I'm listening to the song.
Okay, so here's the thing. I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So this was one of those scenarios where the prompt didn't match to what I wanted to happen. Because like earlier, like she was like, "You mouthy Martian." Like they've been kind of playfully talking shit.
Yeah.
So like the prompt was like, she was like, "It's not your type of music," and the prompt was like, "You got that right." But like I thought she was gonna be flirty about it.
What are you listening to?
It's Martian music. You wouldn't like it.
Nah, I'm gonna be cheeky.
You're right. I can't stand that twangy acoustic for Lota.
Oh yeah, the Martians are all country as
Typical
fuck.
closed-minded builder.
Oh man, see, this is what I'm talking about. I meant that to be flirty. I thought it was gonna be like that, but it ended up with her basically calling me racist. I was like, no, I didn't want that. But it's okay. It's okay. I recovered.
recovered?
Yeah. I recovered.
She slept with your racist ass.
I recovered.
The music was really good. I had let it play, and for some reason, I thought it was going to stop playing on its own, but it didn't. So I was literally listening to it for like 7 minutes. Because I did not want to mess up my chance of sleeping with her.
I'll decide what I like and don't like.
There's that music, yo. Yeah. Look over. That's a banger right there. Here we go. I know, right? And they kiss. Perfect moment, but they ain't gonna do it. Damn, man. That eyes, bro. Those eyes look so good. They did a really good job, bro. So detailed. I wonder who's actually singing this. This is Carly G. She's super talented. I wouldn't be surprised. What if this is Carly G?
You can listen to the song again, like after she walks away. Like so I did listen to the song. All right, let's listen to this fucking. Man, this sounds like some anime ass music. But I didn't listen to it with her.
Wow.
I wanted to. I thought she was gonna be flirty, and she wasn't.
Wow.
But yeah. So what you?
Sonny, what did you do?
Give us the deets.
He was a gentleman, probably.
Give us the deets.
If by gentleman you mean I went to her cabin.
Like a gentleman does.
Yeah, of course,
Pretty straightforward about it. And it was just like, well, yeah, we're in space, or we're risking our lives every day. And
Yeah.
sure, people might talk, but fuck them.
Exactly.
I was very wary of the prompts because again, this was because in games like this, sometimes the prompts don't quite match up to what you want to say. So like when we were finally about to lay it on the table and just like mention sex off top, the prompt was by fucking. It's like, damn, man, why you gotta be so aggressive? Like, I don't know if I would like say it like that.
That's exactly what I went for. And Maya was like, well, there's only one way to find out. And I was like, well.
Only one way to find out.
Oh boy, we
started doing stretches, started loosening up the old hammy, and then I knew, because I've had a crush on Maya since I got there. I know that people are going to talk, but I'm not going to deprive myself from happiness just because I'm now the de facto captain on this ship.
Everybody got on with Maya. What I found funny, again, this was an end stat. 85% of people chose to get it on with Maya.
Yes.
86% of people clinked helmets. 14% spent the night. Losers. 14%? You didn't go bang Maya? Wow. Edge of space. And you got the chance for sex on a ship with not enough people on it. And you're not gonna do it? Bruh. 14% of people, for some reason, somehow, failed to live life even through like a fantasy video game.
Whoa, no. Maybe they weren't into Maya. 14% of people could be like, hey, I'm a professional captain and I don't like the way Maya's flirting. Maybe they don't fuck with Martians like that. Maybe they think that Drummer hasn't gotten to that point in her life yet where she's willing to let loose.
Hashtag not my captain. This could be also bad because like now we are gonna have to, because you still have to be a captain. So like you can't, when the moment comes, can't be playing favorites. Because now, people are catching feelings. Like, if stuff goes down, you're going to be kind of distracted. This is going to be like, because it's Maya.
Oh, that's the other thing.
It's Maya.
But we know Drummer, and Drummer can handle it. We know Drummer. We know Drummer.
But do you know yourself? Because you are Drummer.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
Well, here's what had me not worrying is that Maya's a badass soldier who has defected from the Martian army who can literally handle herself.
Yeah.
I'm still going to trust her as a partner on this ship because, like I already did before. In any situation, I'm going to have to treat it like, look, if it comes down to saving her life, I will, obviously.
I guess.
But, like, I think she's going to be able to handle her own.
I guess what I'm asking is if it comes to a moment where it's like, for some reason, we have to sacrifice Maya for the greater good, are you going to be a captain and make that call?
Yes. Nope. I'm a captain.
Nah.
For the greater good, if it means for to get the rest of the ship back home.
Maybe they should have picked a different character to do this with, because I know Drummer's going to survive.
I couldn't cut off a leg.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, one person dies or everyone dies.
Sonny, do you think you could make that call?
I don't know, man. Like, it depends on the situation. Like, I really like to get into the whole, like, what would Drama do? I like to role play. Like, how would Drama handle this situation?
Yeah.
And I think at this point, this Drummer probably wouldn't sacrifice her. But whatever happens would harden her, so she maybe like she might make that choice later on. Because the Drummer that we do meet later on is a bit more of a hard ass.
All right, let's talk predictions for episode 3, and then like the end credit. Well, not the end credit thing, but like the last thing that happens, like the thing in the asteroid. So, Sonny, let's fill you in real quick. On our end, we have 2 working theories for the MK Core. Now, this is a prequel game, but I do think it's going to tie into the show somehow. So my working theory is the MK Core is something for Phoebe Station, potentially. I don't think we're going to see any proto-molecule stuff, but maybe it's like some kind of research component. But I think Chris has a better working theory, and he thinks that the MK Core is something for the MCR and stealth tech. And now I think that I'm working more towards Chris's theory, because last night as I was playing, it really got me thinking. The show The Expanse starts with Julie Mao on the Scapulae getting attacked by pirates.
Yeah. Some stealth shit where they don't even see it coming, right?
So was that Europa's Bane that attacked Julie's ship? Because we don't know who they were, but all we know is they were pirates.
Yeah.
But I think that this is more likely to tie into the Canterbury attack than anything else.
Remember the Cant.
So I guess we'll start with Sonny. I guess what is your prediction on what the MK Core is or what it could be? What do you think was in that asteroid? Like what kind of facility? And what do you think is going to happen in the future episodes?
Like any predictions that I might have had or thinking about, that would straight out the window when you just mentioned that, because that makes so much sense.
I know, right?
Because I was thinking about ways that they could, of course, link it into the story that we see in the show. Yeah, again, like it makes so much sense to link it to the beginning, to the can, to the stealth technology, because that is how they got attacked, and with Julie Mao, and yeah, like that would make a lot of sense if inside of that facility they are somehow working on stealth technology. I'm expecting for like during the next episodes that we are gonna get way more involvement from the UNN, perhaps, or at least the MCRN.
Yeah.
That we're not just going to be dealing with pirates all the time.
True.
So like we're going to see more of the factions come in.
Sounds like we might make it a Ganymede. Like
Yeah,
they
That's
mentioned.
what they mentioned.
Yeah, they mentioned
Yeah.
Ganymede.
They mentioned
Yeah,
Ganymede.
we're gonna make it there. So we
Remember
can,
the Gant.
It would be cool if we make it to like some planets and like we're off ship and actually
Yeah.
like somewhere at a station. But
apparently we have the gas now.
I'm hoping is that the crew is gonna be okay.
I don't know what's there, but I am now happy that I kept Cox around because I feel like he might have some insight, possibly. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like every time we were on episode 2, every time I went somewhere, first of all, the episode started out with like, what would Cox do? No, what would I do? First of
Yeah.
all, you know what I mean? As drummer and everything.
See, just because you guys are named after an instrument doesn't mean you gotta let Cox play you like one.
But like throughout the episode, I just like drummer kept mentioning like Cox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like not like that either. But like I feel like it's just I'm happy I kept him around. I feel like it's gonna come in and play. He might have some information to help us out here. It sucks, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like Sonny mentioned earlier, at this site we had UN ships, MCRN ships, and Belter ships.
Yeah.
So it still doesn't give us a clue as to like who might be running this facility. I'm thinking Mars because like that's how Mars lives. Like they've excavated into the mountains. So
Yeah.
like if anybody was able to like excavate into a
Asteroid and put a base, it's gonna be them.
yeah, I feel like it's definitely Martian related. So I think you're right, Chris.
I think Chris is on something.
Just because Marco Anaris ends up throwing stealth rocks at Earth and like the stealth technology being released
But-
into the atmosphere is like big shit.
But this stealth tech isn't that stealth tech because remember when Mars was getting decommissioned, they were also like offloading weapons.
Oh yeah.
There was like
but I mean, I'm just
underground
like the
weapon
use
trade.
of stealth stuff like
Right.
plays into the beginning and the end of the series, and so
You're right. You're
I
right.
just think I hope that's what I hope. Me personally, I don't know. Where is he?
I think you're right. I think that makes a lot of sense. Sonny, do you have any like closing comments? I think we're gonna probably like wrap it up here. Or anybody else have any closing comments?
Where can people watch
it's,
you?
It's also semi-late. Where can people watch us?
Yeah.
Since you're gonna be playing the game.
On our channel, Cat and Sonny, I just do the game streams over there, live streaming.
Check out Cat and Sonny. If you're watching this, you're a fan of reaction content. So if you don't know Cat and Sonny, definitely go check them out. Check out the Expanse video game. Buy it, follow along, play along with us.
You could buy it at Xbox Store, PlayStation Store, Xbox Store.
Just Xbox, PlayStation, PC.
Yep.
It's so awesome. I'm so stoked. It makes me want to just binge the show again. I
Want to binge the game?
Very excited for episode 3, and let's see what happens with the pixie dust withdrawals because none of us found the medication. So let's see what happens. All right, y'all. That's it for this one. We'll see you next week.
Bye.